Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I'm here to show, excuse me, a quick tutorial. This is for Tammy Klein. She'd asked if I had a tutorial on my cover that I done for the Ephemera's Vintage Garden junk journal. I didn't have a tutorial up, but here it is. It's a quick one. It was really simple to do. It wasn't hard at all. So let's get started. Now, all I did do was cut 2 pieces of cardstock. Now, one was 8 by 11 1/4, and then I just used my Stampin' Up board here, scoreboard, and I scored it at 4 1/2 and then 5 1/2. Okay, then my next piece I got, it was 7 1/2 by 8, and I scored it at 1 and then at 2 again. Okay, and that's all it is these 2 pieces. Now you can, like we do with the with my mini albums, you can put chipboard in it if you want to make it more secure. That's fine. So all I did was line up, and you guys won't see it on this one. Excuse me. You won't see it in here. I've just put an extra piece of cardstock here, which I use my Martha Stewart punch on. Okay, so you won't see the signatures along here, but I did sew the signature in, or 2 signatures into this. Now, this spine here, it's only 1 inch wide, but you can make it wider if you need it to be wider. Just bear in mind that when you do the opposite side as well, you need to do the same to that side. Okay, so once I've done that, my shorter side that I've got here is at the front. Okay, so this will be this part here. All right, so if you take your 8 by 11 1/4 piece, okay, had it turned around there, and your 7 1/2 by 8 piece, what you're going to do, you'll find that you've got 1 inch line here, and you're going to, excuse me, typical during the video, you are going to put tape on the inside of it. Now use score tape for this. You need a very strong adhesive because you want to keep it in place as far as wear and tear is concerned. Okay, so I'm just going to get my little, and I love these. This is EK Success. So, and they're like little tweezers, but I like to pick up my they're very sharp on the end, so I like to pick up my score tape with that. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is make sure I've got my smaller piece to the right, and then I'm just going to attach this second piece here. Now make sure you don't want it sitting over the score line, you just want it sitting up to the score line. Now I'm trying to do it so that my head's not in the way. Okay, right. So I've done that, and it's not straight, but look, it's a video. Okay, I can fix that in a moment. So that's that. This is that cover. Okay, now all I did do, I did pierce a hole in the center. Now I haven't got a big, what is it, the crocodile, the big one, the big bite. I haven't got that, which I really should get because they are fantastic. I did, however, have one of these, and I think these are Fiskars. Yeah, very old things, and I've had this one for eons, I reckon. Now all I did do was try and center it as good as I could in the center. Now this is going to allow me to put my seam binding in there. Okay, and I'll just do that. Okay, and I've put a hole through it. All right, so this is an eyelet setter as well. So if you put an eyelet in there, you turn it around the opposite end and you can set the eyelet. Okay, now be careful if you have got, you know, I don't know if these are still available or whether you can still get them. Careful though, because you can really hurt your fingers on that. Trust me, I've done it before. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some seam binding. If I can find a decent amount. Here we go. Here's one. All right, so I'll move those out the way. Now, what I did do, excuse me, is I halved my seam binding, okay, and I poked it through the hole here. Oh, if I can get it in there. That won't go in there, typical. All right, there we go. Put it through, and what I did do is, if I can find now my scissors, I just cut it in half. All right, then I tied a knot and then a little bow on the inside. Okay, there's that. Right, so when you pull it through, it's not gonna go through it, and I suggest maybe putting an eyelet through there so you don't rip your cardstock. Okay, and all I done was, oh sorry guys, wrapped one end this is so long, the seam binding, and wrapped the other end. Now I tied it off, and then I would kind of know how much I needed to, you know, make a bow with, so I'd do that, and I think that'll be about right. Move that over, and that's how I done my cover. Very easy, very quick and easy and simple to do. Now all you need to do when you're doing a pocket on the inside as well, okay, so I measure from this point to this point where your first score line is, and that measures roughly 4.5. So my pocket size is going to need to be at 5.5 because I'm allowing 1/2 inch on either end, okay, and I'm hoping that I'm still in camera view. Right, okay, so I'm just going to cut it off and show you what I mean. Now you can make the pocket any width that you like, okay. I'm going to make it about 3 inches. All right, so I've got my 3 inches in height. Now, right, so we've got it 3 inches tall. So now what we want to do is cut this at 5.5. I'll get my scoreboard. Okay. There's 1/2 inch, and then I'll just flip it around and do the other half there. All right. And what you want to do is fold it back. Make sure you burnish it with a bone folder as well to make it nice and flat and creased, because we want it sitting flush. Okay. Then all I will do to those pieces there, the 1/2 inch pieces, is add some tape, and then tape to this side. Okay. And then I'll take those score bits off. And then what I will also do is add some glue down the bottom. Okay, I'll just shake that off. Okay, then move it over, turn it around, and just line it up with the edge, and there's your pocket. Okay. So you've got a little pocket in that side, and you can stick a little pocket on this side as well. Just remember, measure it from here to here. So this will be 5.5. So you're going to need 2 1/2 inches. So I'd go to 6 and then 6.5, and then cut it at 6.5 by 3, and then score it at 1/2 inch, and it'll fit nicely in there. Okay, and just make sure that your glue is burnished down. Now the thing is that I do as well, and I wish I had it with me, I use a chuck swipe. Whenever I'm using wet glue, I'll grab a chuck swipe, because what happens is that if you use tissue paper or any kind of paper, any excess glue that drips out is going to stick to it. By having a chuck swipe and running it over it, any excess glue, it'll pick up. Okay, so that's a little tip that I do with my wet glue, and I say that to the girls in my classes. All right, thank you so much, Tammy, for your lovely comments, and thank you to everybody for the lovely comments on my journal. And this is the cover. So done and done. For these bits here, all I done was took about an inch strip, and you can use any punch along here, and then once I punched it out, I just stuck it down to the edges. Okay, that's it, and that's easily covered over. Now what I would do here is at the back, you could do it this way or just leave it as it is, cut it on an angle, okay, because then what's going to happen is you're not going to see this bit here, you're not going to see, you know, these bits here. So I would cut that on an angle. Alrighty, and there you go. Wonderful. So that is this cover here. Done and done. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a lovely weekend or a lovely Friday, whichever it may be. Have fun and take care of one another. Bye.